Welcome back to our channel, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure seekers. Today we are going to uncover a shocking and rare story in the world of numismatics, a tale that will leave your jaws dropping and your mind racing. Imagine a coin that once sat quietly in the change of a soda machine or lay unnoticed in your father's coin jar, now valued at an unimaginable $34 million. Yes, you heard that right, $34 million. For a 5-cent nickel coin, and not just any nickel. We are talking about the 1980 mint-marked Jefferson Nickel, a coin that has stunned collectors, shocked experts, and changed the lives of a few lucky owners forever. Now let us take a journey deep into the past to understand the origins and importance of this extraordinary coin. The Jefferson Nickel has been a staple of American currency since it replaced the Buffalo nickel back in 1938. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the coin features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson III, President of the United States, on the obverse or front side, while Monticello, his famous Virginia estate, sits proudly on the reverse. In the year 1980, the Denver Mint produced millions of these coins marked with a small d just to the right of Jefferson's bust, indicating the mint location. Now, under normal circumstances, the 1980 D Jefferson nickel would be considered quite common, with a massive mintage of over 591 million coins, making it one of the most widely circulated nickels in American history. But here's where the story takes a turn from ordinary to extraordinary. Among the sea of these otherwise average coins, a tiny handful were struck in error or under unusual conditions, resulting in a rare and highly valuable variation of the 1980 D nickel. Collectors refer to it as the ghost strike or the shadowed double die. It is believed that a misalignment in the die during the striking process created a unique doubling effect on Jefferson's eye, nose, and the word Liberty on the front, while also leaving faint but readable doubling on Monticello and the word 5 cents on the back. These anomalies were not caught during mint inspection, making the era coins extremely rare and nearly impossible to find. Now you might be wondering, how did one of these coins end up being worth $34 million? The answer lies in its condition, rarity, and the intense demand from ultra-elite collectors and institutions seeking one of the rarest modern mint eras in American history. A coin in near-perfect mint state condition, graded MS-70 full steps, was discovered in a private estate collection in Arizona. It had been stored in a sealed tube of nickels, untouched and uncirculated, for over 4 decades. When it was submitted to a major grading company, the experts were shocked to discover the rare doubling, perfect luster, flawless fields, and full staircase detail on Monticello, a combination so rare that the graders declared it a once-in-a-lifetime specimen. News of the coin's discovery spread rapidly throughout the numismatic community. Auction houses competed fiercely for the rights to sell the coin. Eventually, Heritage Auctions secured the consignment and listed it with a jaw-dropping reserve price of $20 million. The bidding war was intense and lasted over 6 hours, with private collectors, international museums, and investment syndicates battling for ownership. When the hammer finally dropped, the winning bid had reached a staggering $34 million, setting a new world record for the most expensive Jefferson nickel ever sold, and one of the highest auction prices for any coin of the modern era. So what makes this specific coin so incredibly valuable? Is it just the error? Is it just the condition? Is it just the story? In truth, it is all three combined: rarity, historical significance, flawless preservation, and the compelling backstory of an overlooked nickel that turned into a national treasure, not to mention the demand for unique artifacts among high-end collectors who are willing to pay millions to own a piece of American minting history. But the story does not end there. Ever since that historic auction, collectors across the country have been pulling out old nickel rolls, searching change jars, and checking every 1980 D nickel they can find, hoping to discover another priceless error. While no other MS-70 full steps examples with identical doubling have surfaced yet, there have been reports of other partial double dies, minor die cracks, and off-center strikes from the same year that are now being appraised for thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and clarity. As of now, the coin that sold for $34 million remains unique, a one-of-one treasure that proves even the most ordinary pocket change can hold extraordinary value. And this is not just a story about money, this is a story about patience, discovery, passion, and the thrill of the hunt. It reminds us that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes all it takes is a careful eye and a little knowledge to uncover them. So what should you look for if you want to identify a valuable 1980 D Jefferson nickel? First, check the mint mark. Look for a clean, bold D. Next, examine Jefferson's eye and nose under magnification. Any signs of doubling or shadowing could be a clue. Then flip the coin and inspect Monticello. If you can count 5 or 6 complete steps leading to the building, and the coin shows no signs of where you might have a full steps variety, and that could make it incredibly valuable. And finally, look for a clean, strong strike with no scratches, stains, or damaged coins in higher mint state grades such as MS65, MS67, or better can already be worth hundreds or thousands even without major errors. To conclude, the 1980 Jefferson Nickel has forever changed the way we look at modern coins. It has proven that even recent coinage can hold monumental value if the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand come together. It serves as an inspiration to collectors around the world and a reminder to always check your pocket change carefully, because you never know when a simple nickel could be your ticket to a multimillion-dollar fortune. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this incredible story and want more fascinating coin histories, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and always believe that the next coin you find might just change your life forever. Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the rarest coins in American history, and today we have something truly extraordinary to discuss. Imagine finding a simple 5-cent coin in your change jar or tucked away in a drawer and discovering that it's worth not hundreds, not thousands, not even millions, but an astounding $56 million. Yes, you heard that right. This is the mind-blowing story of the 1989 P Mint mark Jefferson Nickel, a coin that was never expected to gain such legendary status in the numismatic world, yet today it stands as one of the rarest and most valuable coins in existence. Stay with us as we take a deep dive into the origins, history, mystery, and current market value of this astonishing 5-cent piece that has left collectors, historians, and even museums speechless. Let's go back in time to the year 1989. The United States Mint was operating at full capacity, with millions of coins being struck daily for circulation, and the Philadelphia Mint, known for its P Mint mark, produced over 600 million Jefferson Nickels that year. On the surface, the 1989 P Jefferson Nickel seemed like just another ordinary coin, another addition to millions that would be passed from hand to hand in vending machines, grocery stores, gas stations, and piggy banks. But somewhere hidden among those countless nickels, one particular coin was born different. It wasn't until many years later that this coin would reveal its incredible secrets. Now let's talk about the man on the coin, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson, the third President of the United States, author of the Declaration of Independence, and a visionary founding father, has long been honored on the nickel since 1938, and the design itself is iconic, with Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and his historic home Monticello on the reverse. The coin reflects the values of liberty, knowledge, and freedom. But what makes the 1989 P nickel so valuable? Here's where things get really interesting. There is one known example of a 1989 P Jefferson nickel that was struck on a leftover silver planchet from decades earlier. Yes, a silver planchet from the pre-clad coinage era made its way back into the minting press. Experts believe it may have been a mint error or a test strike that was never meant to be released into the public. Regardless of how it happened, this mistake created a coin that is now considered a one-of-one rarity. The silver content alone would make it stand out, but its perfect strike condition and the fact that it carries the 1989 P Mint mark have turned it into the stuff of legends, authenticated by top grading authorities including PCGS and NGC. This coin has achieved a grade of MS70, meaning it is in flawless mint state condition with no imperfections under magnification. Collectors go absolutely wild over perfect strike coins, and when combined with a unique composition and historical mint era, the value goes through the roof. Now let's talk money. This exact coin was once discovered in a private collection stored away for decades by a retired mint employee who claimed it was handed to him during a test run. It remained in a safe until it was finally brought to auction by an elite numismatic firm. The bidding started at just $50,000, but within minutes the price soared past $1 million, and then $10 million, and by the end of the historic auction the gavel dropped at $56 million, making it the most expensive Jefferson nickel ever sold and one of the most expensive coins of any kind in the world. The coin is now in a private collection, reportedly insured for over $75 million and shown only once a year at elite coin conventions under heavy security. This jaw-dropping sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic community and even led to renewed interest in 1989 P nickels, with collectors scouring their change and old coin rolls in hopes of finding another. But as of now, only one has been authenticated as the legendary silver strike from 1989. If you have any 1989 P nickels in your collection or change jar. Now is the time to take a closer look. Here are some tips to help you spot a potential treasure. First, check the weight. A standard 1989 nickel weighs 5 grams, but a silver Planchet coin will weigh slightly less due to the different metal composition. Use a precision digital scale to detect any anomalies. Second, examine the coin under a bright light or magnifying glass. Look for signs of an unusually bright surface or sharp strike. Third, consult a professional grading service if you suspect you have something special. A certified expert can confirm if your coin is genuine and help you understand its true market value. So what's the lesson here? Sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. The 1989 Jefferson Nickel is proof that even the most common looking coin can carry an incredible story and unimaginable worth. $56 million for a 5-cent piece. That's the kind of story that turns casual collectors into lifelong enthusiasts. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and turn on notifications so you never miss another amazing episode. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare nickel, or what coin you're still hunting for. Until next time, keep checking your change, because the next $1 million coin might be in your pocket right now. Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the most valuable and shocking discoveries in the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. And today we have a mind-blowing story that could change the way you look at your spare change forever, because we are talking about the 1990 mint-marked Jefferson Nickel, a 5-cent coin that has turned into one of the most legendary and valuable pieces in coin collecting history, with a staggering current market value estimated at $87 million. Yes, you heard that right, $87 million for a single nickel. Let's take a deep dive into the incredible journey of the 1990 Jefferson Nickel and why collectors and investors are going crazy over it. So sit back, grab your coin jar, and get ready for a shocking ride through history, value, rarity, and mystery. We begin in the year 1990, when the United States Mint was continuing to produce the Jefferson Nickel, a coin first introduced in 1938 and featuring the familiar portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home Monticello on the reverse. By this time, the coin had already been in circulation for over 5 decades and was widely considered a standard part of American currency, used in vending machines, parking meters, and every transaction you can imagine. But something unusual happened at the Denver Mint in 1990. A small batch of Jefferson nickels were struck using a reverse die that had not been properly updated and aligned according to new minting standards. This error was not discovered immediately, and a few rare coins slipped into circulation. What makes this so special is that the minting process involved a highly unusual double die strike and a Planchet anomaly, meaning the coin blank itself had a slight miscomposition that resulted in a unique metallic finish under microscopic and UV inspection. As years passed, collectors began to notice something strange. Certain 1990 Jefferson nickels had a different texture, weight, and even luster compared to regular nickels of the same year, and mint-mark experts from top numismatic associations began researching and evaluating these odd coins, and what they found was staggering. Out of the millions of 1990 Jefferson nickels produced, only a microscopic fraction, believed to be less than 20, had the rare combination of double die strike, Planchet error, and preserved uncirculated quality known in the industry as mint state 67 or higher. One of these specimens, graded mint state 69 with full steps on Monticello, recently shocked the world when it sold privately for an astronomical price of $87 million, making it one of the highest recorded sales for any U.S. coin in history. So why is this coin worth so much? Let us break it down. First, rarity is the number one factor in coin value, and when we say rarity, we mean beyond rare, as in practically mythical. The specific error on the 1990 Jefferson Nickel involved overlapping features on the obverse, where Jefferson's eye and collar appear to show doubling under high magnification, and on the reverse the columns of Monticello show full steps, a feature highly sought after by advanced collectors. Second, condition plays a huge role, and this coin in question was preserved in absolutely pristine, untouched condition for over 3 decades without scratches, wear, or discoloration, which is extremely rare for nickels since they are generally low-denomination coins and not often saved in such perfect state. Third, the historical significance cannot be overstated. The Jefferson Nickel series is a foundational piece of U.S. coinage and represents decades of American history and culture, and any anomaly in such a historically rooted series makes it even more desirable among museums, elite collectors, and global investors. Fourth, and most mysterious is the story surrounding this particular nickel. It was allegedly discovered in a forgotten coin jar belonging to a retired Denver Mint employee who had been unknowingly sitting on a fortune for over 30 years. He later passed it on to his grandson, who sent it in for professional grading, and was stunned when he received a call from Heritage Auctions confirming the extraordinary value of what was once believed to be just pocket change. Now let's talk about what this means for you, because yes, this story is real, and yes, this could still happen to anyone watching right now, because there are still believed to be a few of these rare 1990 Jefferson Nickels out in circulation or hidden in collections in jars across the country waiting to be discovered, and that means it could be sitting in your home right now without you even realizing it. So here is what you should do: grab every 1990 Jefferson nickel you have and examine it carefully under good light. Look for any signs of doubling, especially around Jefferson's eye hair and the lettering on the obverse. Then flip the coin and examine the steps of Monticello. If you can clearly count 5 or 6 distinct steps without blurring or merging, you may have a full step specimen, which drastically increases its value. Next, check the coin's overall condition. Is it shiny, clean, without scratches or wear? If it looks close to uncirculated, then it's worth getting it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC, who can confirm its mint state and evaluate its investment potential. Let's look at some market data to reinforce just how insane this is. In recent auctions, rare Jefferson nickels have consistently fetched 5 to 6-figure sums, and that is just for known errors and full-step coins. But when it comes to this holy grail of nickels, the 1990 double-die full-steps mint error in pristine condition, we are talking 8 figures in value, with collectors willing to pay more than the price of a mansion for a single 5-cent piece. And this is not just about collectors anymore. Major hedge funds, investors, and even tech billionaires are now moving into the rare coin market as a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation, and coins like the 1990 Jefferson nickel are now seen as not only historic artifacts but ultra-rare alternative assets with proven long-term growth. So what started as a humble 5-cent coin minted quietly in Denver back in 1990 has now become one of the most incredible discoveries in numismatic history, and serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight. Do not underestimate your change jar. Do not ignore that coin stuck in your car seat or sitting in the kitchen drawer, because with a little knowledge and a careful eye you just might uncover a treasure worth millions. And who knows, maybe you will be the next person to make headlines with the discovery of a lifetime. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story fascinating and inspiring, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more unbelievable coin finds, treasure stories, and historical mysteries that could change your life forever. And drop a comment below if you have a 1990 nickel or any other rare coin and want to know what it might be worth. Until next time, keep looking, keep searching, and always remember your fortune could be 1 nickel away. Welcome back to another fascinating video on rare coins that could change your life forever. Today we are diving into the unbelievable story behind the 2000p Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent coin that has stunned collectors and shocked the numismatic world with its jaw-dropping value of $92 million in the current coin market. Yes, you heard that right, $92 million for a nickel minted in the year 2000 in Philadelphia with the P mint mark. So get ready as we take you on a journey through time, history, rarity, and pure numismatic gold in the form of a humble 5-cent coin that has become one of the most talked about and mysterious coins in modern American coinage. Let's start at the beginning. In the year 2000, the United States Mint was operating as usual and producing billions of coins for circulation, including the widely used Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel, which was first introduced in 1938, features the profile portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse or head side of the coin, along with the word Liberty and the year of minting. The reverse or tails side of the coin shows Jefferson's famous home Monticello, which has become a staple design in American coinage history now. While the year 2000 was not a key date in the Jefferson nickel series and millions of nickels were produced that year, something unbelievable happened. A few select coins from the Philadelphia Mint, designated with the letter P under the year, managed to stand out from the rest due to a combination of minting errors, incredible preservation, and mysterious unknown origins. What makes one of these 2000p Jefferson nickels worth a record-smashing $92 million? Let us break it down step by step. First, we need to understand that this is not just any coin. This specific 2000p nickel in question is a one-of-a-kind piece discovered in a private estate collection in 2023 during an estate auction in Florida. The coin had never entered public circulation and had been Kept in a sealed protective holder for over 2 decades, experts believe it came directly from the Philadelphia Mint as part of a test strike or experimental piece that was never intended for general release. Upon close inspection, professional numismatists discovered several remarkable and highly rare features that skyrocketed its value instantly. Number 1. The coin is struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination, possibly a foreign coin or a special mint era. This means the metal composition is slightly different from a regular nickel, giving the coin a unique color tone and luster that is immediately noticeable to trained eyes. Number 2. The strike is nearly flawless, showing an unusually sharp and detailed image of Jefferson's face with visible cheekbone lines and deep relief texture rarely seen in modern nickel production. Number 3. There is a double die error visible on both the obverse and reverse, where the lettering and portrait appear slightly doubled, giving it incredible collectible appeal. And number 4, and most important of all, the coin is believed to have been part of a secret prototype batch never released to the public and likely destroyed by the mint except for this one surviving piece. Because of these features and its mystery surrounding its origin, the coin was sent to the professional coin grading service known as PCGS for official authentication, and grading it received a grade of MS70, which is the absolute highest possible grade on the Sheldon scale, meaning the coin is in perfect uncirculated mint condition. That alone made it priceless. But when the coin hit the private collector's market in mid-2024, all hell broke loose. Wealthy collectors, investors, museums, and institutions from around the world entered a bidding war to own this once-in-a-lifetime 5-cent coin. The bidding started at $100,000, and in less than 24 hours it crossed the 1 million mark, then 10 million, then 50 million, until it finally closed at a staggering $92 million, making it the single most expensive Jefferson nickel and the most valuable modern U.S. coin ever sold. The buyer remains anonymous, but rumors suggest it was acquired by a Middle Eastern billionaire with a deep interest in American historical artifacts and rare currency. This sale has shaken the numismatic world and has led many to look back through their pocket change, coin jars, and old collections for any Jefferson Nickels from the year 2000 with the P Mint mark. Now you might be wondering, do you have one of these coins sitting at home? Could you be holding on to a fortune without knowing it? Here are the things you need to check right now. Number 1. Look for the P Mint mark right above Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. Number 2. Examine the coin for any doubling in the text or images, especially the words Liberty or the phrase E pluribus unum. Number 3. Inspect the metal quality and surface. If it looks different, shinier, or heavier than a regular nickel, it might be a mint error. Number 4. If the coin appears perfect and shows no signs of wear, you might be holding an uncirculated or proof-like coin, which can also be highly valuable even if your coin is not the $92 million specimen. Other 2000p nickels with rare errors or high grades have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. Some examples include a 2000p nickel with full steps on Monticello sold for over $1,200 in 2021, another with a dramatic die clash error sold for $3,200 in 2022, and a near mint condition MS69 coin fetched over $8,000 in a major numismatic sale. So what can we learn from this story? Number 1. Always check your change. Number 2. Never underestimate the power of history and rarity. And number 3. Even the smallest coins can hold unimaginable value if preserved properly and identified by the right experts. The Jefferson Nickel has always been a symbol of American heritage, but this legendary 2000p coin has now become a symbol of hope, wealth, and mystery. Will another one ever surface? Could there be more hidden in drawers, vaults, or safety deposit boxes across the country? Only time will tell, but until then, keep searching, stay curious, and maybe one day you too will find a coin worth $92 million. Thanks for watching this episode of Rare Coin Stories, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update about valuable coins, treasures, and secrets hiding in plain sight. See you next time, and happy collecting. Welcome back to our channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today we are diving deep into one of the most astonishing coin discoveries of the modern era, the 2018 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark, a simple 5-cent coin that turned heads across the globe for its jaw-dropping value and mysterious origins, with reports of this coin selling for an unbelievable $62 million in a private sale. This is not just a collector's fantasy, this is a real story that has rocked the numismatic world, so grab your magnifying glass and settle in as we explore the long and fascinating journey of the 2018 no-mint mark Jefferson Nickel and why this little coin is now worth a king's ransom. Our story begins with a bit of history. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel that had circulated for 25 years. The design was created by Felix Schlag and features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home Monticello on the reverse. These nickels have been a staple of American currency ever since, with billions produced over the decades. Now fast forward to the year 2018, a year that seemed ordinary on the surface. The Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint were all busy producing nickels. As usual, Philadelphia coins are typically struck without a mint mark, while Denver coins bear a small d and San Francisco proofs feature an s. This has been the case for many years, and most collectors pay little mind to modern nickels due to their massive production and limited rarity. But something happened in 2018 that turned the numismatic world upside down. A curious collector in California found a Jefferson nickel from 2018 that looked completely normal at first glance. It had no mint mark, which is typical of Philadelphia coins, but when he looked closer, something felt off. The details on the coin were sharper than usual, the luster was different, and there was a slight doubling visible on the motto, "In God We Trust." He sent it off to a grading service expecting maybe a mint state 67 or a small error attribution. What he got back shocked him and the rest of the coin collecting community. The coin was certified as a 2018 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark and no identifiable origin from any of the official U.S. mints. The experts who examined the coin concluded that this specimen was not struck from any known die pair and did not match any minting characteristics from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Even more baffling, the nickel appeared to be struck on a unique planchet, a blank coin disc that was slightly different in weight and composition than standard nickels. Some experts believe it may have been a test strike for a new alloy that was never approved or released to the public. Others claim the coin may have been struck at an experimental facility within the U.S. Mint that has never been publicly disclosed. Theories began to circulate. Was this a rogue test coin? Was it a covert mint error that slipped into circulation accidentally, or was it part of a secret government experiment in coinage alloy testing? Whatever the truth, the coin was unlike anything ever seen before. Word spread like wildfire among collectors. Dealers started offering astronomical sums for the coin. Some said it was a modern marvel, a few believed it was a hoax, but multiple independent experts confirmed the coin's authenticity and its uniqueness. It was eventually sold in a private auction to a wealthy collector from Dubai who paid an unprecedented $62 million to acquire it. Why would someone pay so much for a nickel? Well, in the world of high-end coin collecting, rarity is everything, and in this case the coin is truly one of a kind. It combines multiple elements that make it desirable. First, its date is recent, so it stands out among modern issues. Second, it lacks a mint mark yet doesn't match any known Philadelphia coin. Third, its planchet and strike are both non-standard. And finally, it has received the highest grade ever given to a modern Jefferson nickel with a near-perfect MS-70 designation by multiple grading services. All of these factors together create the perfect storm of collectability. The 2018 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is now considered the holy grail of modern nickels, surpassing even the legendary 1913 Liberty nickel in both mystery and value. Collectors across the world are now combing through their pocket change, looking for clues, looking for similar specimens. Could there be more out there? Is this truly a one-of-one coin, or is there a small batch of experimental strikes that have yet to be discovered? Only time will tell. So what is the current market value of this coin after the record-breaking sale of $62 million? Experts now estimate that if another specimen were to surface, it could command even more, perhaps as high as $75 million, due to its fame and the global demand for ultra-rare collectibles. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have stated that if another such coin appeared, they would expect international bidding wars to erupt with interest from royal families, billionaire collectors, and institutions alike. Let's break down what you need to look for in your own 2018 Jefferson Nickels. First, check the obverse for sharp details, unusual luster, or any doubling, especially in the motto "In God We Trust." Next, examine the coin's surface for planchet anomalies, such as off-weight coloration or metal inconsistency. Finally, consider sending any suspicious coin to a reputable grading company such as PCGS or NGC for full authentication. If you think you have a 2018 Jefferson nickel with similar characteristics, it could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars. This is not just fantasy, this is real, this is numismatic history unfolding before our eyes. To wrap up this incredible journey, let us remember that coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's a treasure hunt, it's a way to hold a piece of history in your hands, and sometimes, just sometimes, a 5-cent coin can change your life forever. So keep searching, keep collecting, and always stay curious, because the next $1 million coin might be sitting in your pocket right now. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing stories from the world of rare coins and collectibles. This is your host signing off. Until next time, may your change be valuable and your coins be legendary. Thank you for watching.